he's been doing politically. So help me understand it, Jorge, because I discovered what QAnon was based on something you were doing on Twitter, and that seems reckless and irresponsible to me to be, quoting fake quotes from Kurt Cobain that, are about conspiracies. So help me understand what am I supposed to do here as we get continual pressure to separate from you because of questionable politics.
Mm, for starters, you see, I can't agree with that right there. With somebody like if I go into a place and we're seeing it a lot not happen, whatever my political stance is, that person being mistreated, that's not right. That's called oppression, and that's something that I've been hearing since I'm 6, 7 years old. So one half of my family comes from South America, and the other half comes from Cuba. And that side of the Cuban side, they left communism, and my grandpa actually started a chapter that was anti-terrorism. I haven't told a lot of people this, but if you want to talk politics, here we go. So my family was an anti-communism group. They were considered a terrorism group in Cuba. They were called the AAA, and my grandpa was part of it, and some of his sons were part of it. One of my uncles worked for the Cuban government. He was actually very high up in the Cuban government. So I've been schooled on both sides of it since I've been very young, and I believe certain things have to take place before socialism happens and then communism. And I stand against everything that communism. And this country is that. America is that. People died way before me and you. People went to war for freedom and died for it. If you're part of this country, your liberty is on you. You have to be willing to die for it. Because I'd rather death than not have freedom. And I mean that by every single word. So I stand with those that are against communism, that are against socialism. So people can have whatever stance. They could love me or hate me after I say my mind, but I'm always going to ride on the side that's against communism and socialism, and even democratic socialism, because that leads to the destruction of societies. And you can't tell me one society that was socialist or communist that is still good and functioning. Now, all these like athletes and man, and I just get so heated about this, and celebrities that give praise to like Fidel Castro, Che Guevara, like, man, are you effing serious? Do you know how much people he killed? Actual people that were my family got slayed by these people. And they don't know what socialism is or communism. It sounds beautiful in theory when you read it in books, freeness for everybody, but it doesn't happen because somebody has to control that. And for that one person to control it, for you to say one person can have that much power, it's never going to work out. We saw it with Fidel Castro, what he did with Cuba. It's a perfect example. Cuba was a thriving place before Batista came into the picture, and then Fidel just was the nail in the coffin. These people
Hold
that
on,
think
Jorge.
socialism
Hold
is so
on.
good.
Hold on. Forgive me because we're out of time, and I erred in asking this question so late in the program, and you didn't answer my question about the specifics of the conspiracy group and why that's
Yeah.
reckless and irresponsible. But we don't have time, so we have to continue the conversation. Just stay there, and we'll tape something so that I do this correctly. I made a mistake bringing up this subject to placate the audience so late in the show, so just stay there